Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Beer Geek Nation. I'm your host, Chris. Thank you so much for joining me once again for another beer review. And today, guys, we're looking at another Floyds beer. And I gotta give a big thanks to Ben for hooking me up with this one. This one, my friends, is their Topless Wytch, a 9% alcohol by volume Baltic Porter. If you guys don't know what a Baltic Porter is, it's basically a porter that's fermented with a lager yeast strain. Typically, American craft brewers these days don't always do it that way with the lager strain. Maybe they'll use an ale strain and ferment it a little bit colder. I don't know how Floyds went about doing it, but the only way we can tell is to get into a glass, let you guys know how it smells, tastes, and give you the final verdict on the Topless Wytch. All right, guys, so the appearance on the Topless Wytch, well, it poured like a classic porter, that dark brown kind of Coca-Cola look to it, but in the glass, it looks much more like an imperial stout, midnight black. I can't see any light through this one. There was a finger to and a finger and a half of a off-white, khaki, mocha-colored head, that typical imperial stout look to it. Dissipated pretty quickly, nice big bubbles around the edge where it's leaving some lacing. Definitely getting some alcohol legs on this one. Nice look of carbonation too. Just a really, really nice looking porter. All right, guys, the aroma on the Topless Wytch. Wow, big baker's chocolate, cocoa, and coffee immediately in this one. Espresso. Big roasty notes, big kind of sweet malty backbone. Maybe a touch of fruitiness, a dark fruit, maybe a raisin quality to it. Yeah, just a really, really nice smelling porter. All right, guys, so the taste on the Topless Wytch. Cheers. Wow, that's a big, decadent tasting beer. Right at the front of the tongue, you're hit with these huge sweet chocolate notes, baker's chocolate, cocoa, dark chocolate nibs, followed immediately by a slight kind of bitterness from coffee. It's very much like an imperial stout. Middle of the mouth, this beer really opens up to this big kind of sweet, velvety beer. I'm getting a milk chocolate in the middle of the mouth, a big sweet, bready, caramely, toffee, a type of concoction in the middle of the mouth. A sweet aftertaste on this one. Getting more of a dark fruit flavor in the aftertaste, more cocoa, dark chocolate, and coffee. It's a really chocolate coffee forward beer, and I've never had that in a Baltic Porter. Really, really at 9%, you don't taste that at all. There's definitely a little bit warming, but the mouthfeel on this thing just takes over. It's just a big, decadent, really epic, awesome tasting beer. All right, guys, so the final verdict on the Topless Wytch from Floyds, 9% alcohol by volume, available now. Guys, I'm going to give this one an A. As far as Baltic Porters goes, this is the best one I've ever had. Sure, it's a little bit out of style as far as the ABV, but Baltic Porters aren't one of those, sexy styles that I like to call. It's like a Belgian double. Not too many people brew them because you just can't do too much with them. Not only did Floyds nail it stylistically, perfectly, well, within a couple points of the ABV, but they really ramped it up as Floyds has done with a lot of their other type of beers like this. Big chocolate flavors, coffee flavors that you get in Imperial Stout, but you have to keep in mind this is a Baltic Porter. Whether or not they used a lager yeast, I do not know. I can't tell, to be honest with you. But either way, an awesome beer, and I definitely recommend you guys check it out. Awesome artwork in the bottle as well. So with that said, getting an A from me, and remember, folks, life's too short. Drink amazing beers, guys. Cheers.